This woman is an absolute buffoon, and a predictable buffoon at that. Lively, who looked relaxed while smiling at the camera, shouted out the female bosses who designed her left on Friday high tie bottom $95 and matching Sunday top for $95, as well as her jewelry in the caption. You're going to find out why she's a buffoon, and a predictable buffoon at that. Let's get into it.
F around and find out. F around and find out.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of F Around and Find Out. I'm your host, Elsie, and it feels like I've been gone for a while. I don't know what it is about the weekend. Maybe it's also the rain. We've been having a lot lately in Florida, but every weekend it seems like I have a flare up with my back and I can barely move. I'm literally sitting here with like a heating pad and an ice pack at the same time. I'm alternating between hot and cold because that's the only way I can manage to get through the day. That's why you haven't seen me in a minute. But we really have to talk about this. I don't know who Blake Lively thinks she is, and I don't know if she thinks she's smarter than everybody, and I don't know who's advising her. Because if you guys remember, the last video, I believe I talked to you guys about the woman from Utah that Blake is suing, Kimberly Hamner, who is creating the company, trying to get the trademark Beauty by Blake, right? And specifically, I said this in my video, but I also said this when I was on Billy Bush. Let's take a listen. Blake is suing this 27-year-old girl from Utah.
Really? Why?
Because the girl's maiden name, well, her name is Kimberly Hamner, but her maiden name is Kimberly Blake. And she's coming out with like a line of like, oils and serums and stuff like that. And she filed a trademark for Beauty by Blake, which is her maiden name. And Blake is suing her because she says it's too close to Blake Brown, but she never even filed a trademark for Blake Brown Beauty. Blake only filed a trademark for Blake Brown, not Blake Brown Beauty. And so she's suing the young woman and saying, you're trying to like ride my coattails because my conditioner and my shampoos are too close to whatever you're trying to create, which it's not. And Blake's stuff is on sale at Target and nobody's even buying it on sale. So, yeah. So all the people that are like, she's for women, and now she's dragging a 27-year-old girl to court because she wouldn't let her trademark her own name.
She just launched this girl. That's what she did.
I know. That's what I said. I told her I just posted that video 10 minutes before I came on here, and I'm like, she needs to hurry up and go into production, create a website. Everybody's going to go support her because I can't find anything for her for social media for the girl. So if anybody knows Kimberly Hamner in Utah, tell her to create that website today.
Kimberly Hamner is going to sell out. People are going to run because, the comment sections are still 100% anti-Blake.
So I said in that video, she needs to hurry up, go create a website. And you know what? That is exactly what she did, because now we learned over the weekend, a lot of you who follow me on other social media platforms will know, and other people are reporting on it as well, that Kimberly Hamner, who now has created a website, she has social media for the pages for at It's Beauty by Blake, is kind of blowing up right now. I guess the message got to the person it was supposed to get to, because Kimberly created the website as early as a day after my video dropped and I was on Billy, and she has a social media page now. Everything is at It's Beauty by Blake. She has a serum out. I guess her website actually crashed yesterday or the day before, so she had to go fix it because people were going on her website a lot, and I love that for her. Now, the video that I made over on TikTok, bringing more light about this girl's issue, now has over 4 million views, right? Over the weekend, Blake did her appearance at the Glossy Pop thing she had to do, and she posted this story that I found so funny. And I wasn't going to make a video about it then because it was just one story, right? Where she tried to get in front of it. And I'm saying she tried to get in front of it because, again, my video that I made about her suing this Utah girl has over 4 million views on TikTok right now and over 300,000 views on Instagram, right? So I figured there is no way she hasn't seen this, because this is what Blake posted after her Glossy Pop event she had. So she posted this on her stories after she left that Glossy Pop panel event thing, right? And I want to read to you what it says, but it is so tiny, I'm going to lose my eyesight if I read from the computer. So I'm going to read it from my phone. And you're just going to have to believe what I say unless you can actually squint and see that. At Katie Sturino, the founder of one of my favorite brands, Mega Babe, staying to cheer me on at the Glossy Co panel while speaking. So this Katie Sturino lady had posted Blake's packaging and said these bottles are made 100% post-consumer recycle So Akata Storino posted, these bottles are made of 100% post-consumer recycled plastic, which is so hard to do, FYI. And she wrote, stay to watch. So that's what's at the top there. Then on the bottom, she says, stay to watch Blake Lively talk about Blake Brown Beauty. Then Blake took that and posted on her stories, Kata Storino, the founder of one of my favorite brands, Mega Babe, staying to cheer me on at the Glossico panel, speaking about my passion and goals for hair care with Blake Brown Beauty is what girls lifting each other up looks like. I love and appreciate you, Katie, as a founder, as a woman, and as a friend. Interesting. Keywords here are what girls lifting each other up looks like. Okay. And I thought that was it. I thought she was going to leave it there as a regular person would, right? But why would she? Just a day later, she posts this picture of her on a boat in this two-piece, and she writes this, at some girl influencing me and everyone I know to be obsessed with at Left on Friday bathing suits and workout clothes. This is not an ad. I'm sure you don't have to tell us that, because nobody in their right mind in the year 2025 is going to pay you money to advertise anything for them. Nobody's buying anything you're advertising. So obviously this is not an ad. We believe you. She says, this is not an ad. I've legitimately never had a better fit of either. Started by two women. Love, love, love. Really? All of a sudden, you're the spokesperson and promoter of women businesses. Also, shout out to my pretty necklaces by more female bosses. Again, Blake Lively, I have never seen you, not once, promote anybody's business that's not you, your husband, or Taylor Swift, when you used to have a one-bedroom self-contained apartment up her ass before she exterminated you. Now you're promoting women businesses back to back to back on a weekend? Really? Could it be? Oh, could it be that I just blasted your ass on the internet for trying to sue this girl for trademarking her own name? Could it be? Now, you could say I'm tripping, and you could say it doesn't have to mean that, but I'm telling you, it means that. When was the last time Blake Lively promoted anybody on her page whose name was not Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, or Taylor Swift? I'll wait. I'm going to stay right here while you go do that research and come back and tell me. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds closed out their summer with a boating trip. In an Instagram story shared on Saturday, the actress showed off her bikini body while posing on the back of a boat, giving credit to her husband for taking the sweet photo. Do we even know that Ryan was there? We're not sure. We will never be. We will never be sure, because all we know is she says Ryan took the picture. Anybody could have taken the picture, but okay. And also, just very quickly, I want to discuss the idea that this swimsuit cost $95 a piece, top and bottom. If you're willing to spend $95, I'm not counting your money. I don't know your pockets. I don't know anybody's financial situation. All I know is I'm not spending $95 on a bikini top or bottom. If you walked into Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Kohl's, Ross, hell, pick one of the stores, Walmart, damn it. If you don't want to go to Walmart, whatever, go to another store. $95 gets you more than 2 top and bottom bikini sets, a bag to go with it, a nice towel, some jewelry. $95 in this economy for bikini top and bottom is absolutely ludicrous and hilarious to advertise. She said it wasn't an ad, but she's advertising it. And that shows you how out of touch she is with the rest of us. But that's neither here nor there. She goes on to say this is not an ad, which, like I said, we believe you, because nobody's going to pay you to advertise anything they actually want to sell. And you know, this was a busy weekend for them, and they definitely need all the goodwill money can buy. The low-key vacation comes after Ryan Reynolds was accused of being rude and condescending to a child reporter during his appearance at the Toronto International Film Festival on Friday. Now, Toronto Film Festival is also standing up for Ryan, saying actually it wasn't even his fault and he didn't even have to take questions from the little child. This is what they had to say. So in case you haven't seen yet, I'm going to talk to you about it in a minute. But Ryan was at the Toronto Film Festival, and, you know, there was a kid, you know, one of those kid reporters on the red carpet. And Ryan was kind of rushing the kid, like, kind of, okay, nice to meet you, to get to your point. And there's a video of it I'm going to try to show you. And this is what they had to say. Video of the interaction showed Ryan Reynolds appearing confused when he first stopped to talk to a young reporter. He then dropped to get face-to-face with a child who started greeting Reynolds and saying, "Hi, Ryan, nice to meet you." The Deadpool star wasted no time after his greeting and proceeded to jokingly tell the child, "Let's skip to the question." It was rude. A source told Page Six that Reynolds was in no way being rude with a joke. It was rude. Okay, don't piss on me and tell me it's rain. Whether he did it to an adult or child, it would have still been considered rude. Was simply pressed for time on the carpet. The Toronto International Film Festival staff was closing the red carpet and rushing Ryan inside. They said he couldn't stop for any more interviews, and he did, in fact, stop for the kid reporter on his own, as he has spoken to him at many events, the insider said. This is why lying will always be a fucking problem. You know why? Because right here, whoever the staff they sent out to defend Ryan, this is what they said. They said he couldn't stop for any more interviews, and he did, in fact, stop for the kid reporter on his own, as he has spoken to him at many events, the insider said. Oh, so Ryan has spoken to the kid at many events in the past. But when the kid talks to Ryan, he says, "Hi, Ryan, nice to meet you." Okay. Now, "Hi, Ryan, nice to see you again. Hi, Ryan, you remember me? Hi, Ryan." It's "Hi, Ryan, nice to meet you." And Ryan doesn't say, "Hey, kid, I know who you are. Let's get to it." That could have been funny. If Ryan actually knew the kid before, it could have been funnier. So why are we lying for this man? I'm going to always clack your tea. I'm always going to clack it. Stop lying when you don't have to. It's scary. There were a lot of reporters trying to get a question in, which is why he bent down to the kid to have him ask the question. Still, some critics were upset at the interaction, with one ex-user tweeting, there is nothing funny about this. Kids do not understand these types of jokes where the person is being rude to them. It's called being mean."
What's your question for me, buddy? Nice to meet you. Let's skip to the question.
You literally see him goes off to giggle with somebody, like there's an adult who also found it funny, and they laugh together. But again, why are you saying he bent down and took the question from the kid because he'd done it before and they had that relationship, when the boy literally says, "Hi, nice to meet you," and he says, "Nice to meet you"? There is no rapport. He didn't know this boy before. In other news, this video of Blake walking to her event was also circulating, where she stops to take a picture with a fan, but people were assuming the fan didn't really take a picture because the fan was using her back camera. And I'm like, I don't want to defend this woman, but you guys are going to make me. She does take the picture. She just used her back camera, and you could actually see the camera is on. So I guess I'm defending Blake. My God, I'm going to be sick. Please. Before this continues further, does that guy look like anybody to you guys? Because to me, he looks very, very close, if not exactly like the guy from the Paul Feig, Another Simple Favor premiere. You know, the guy that was outside taking pictures and then he was inside taking pictures. I was like, seemed like a paid actor. So right here, I'm going to pause the frame. This girl comes in to take a picture. And if you can look, you guys can see her phone is clearly on. There's no way you can dispute that. It's on, and you can see her using her button. So like now, a lot of people don't take selfies like this anymore with the front camera because the back camera takes better pictures. So you're often going to see people do this, right? They will put the camera on and use the side button, like I just did, to take a picture. So it's not very often that people will take selfies front camera. So it's definitely on, as you can see. But there was this video going around saying it was a fake fan taking a fake picture. Now, could it be a fake fan? Yes. Could she be a paid actress? Yes. Is she taking a selfie? Yes. Oh, well, with that said, I just want to make the message clear to Blake, which she's listening. If she's not, somebody is. You promoting 2-3 women businesses over the weekend does not take away from the fact that you are actively suing another woman from her literally using her own name to promote her business. It does not take away from that. We see you. You're not smarter than us, and you're a buffoon, a nitwit, for thinking you're going to gloss over all of this by promoting two swimsuit companies. Obviously, you're going to promote that. They're not selling what you're selling. Do you see where the disconnect comes? I guarantee you, if they were selling hair conditioner or hair product, you would not be doing this whole lifting women, uplifting women stuff. Because again, we've never seen you do it before till now. So get a grip, be real, and go handle your business over there. But don't try to like smoke screen us by trying to promote a couple of women businesses on your page and tell us it's not an ad. We know it's not an ad because nobody will pay you to do an ad. Does that make sense to you? Have yourself whatever day you deserve, Blake. And the rest of you, I hope you have yourselves a great day. Thank you for being here. We are almost at 25K subscribers. Let's see if we can get to that before the weekend. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for your time. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and something I saw in the world today that was absolutely crazy. Have you guys seen the two girls who were going from Rome to Nice, France? But they told the ticketing agent they're going to Tunis, and some confusion. They ended up in Tunis, Tunisia, but then they kept saying Tunis, Africa. But I don't know if they've made it to Nice, France yet. Anyway, I'm keeping up with the story. It's on TikTok primarily. I'll catch you guys up the next time we come here if they ever made it to France. And no, it should not be a movie. It's very, very ridiculous and very, very stupid. But anyway, I appreciate you for being here. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.